And I'm going to separate the flower vase. Like if I cut it in a half, it can be a little bit on half of my surface. So I divide a line on half a surface. It can be, I prefer a little bit more, put a space for the top part. And if you see, it's more a little bit toward right side, not left side. We have more space on the left and less space on the right. So I try to add the line more, move toward my left side, sorry, right side. And then for each flower vase, depend on the shape, you can divide a line as a half, and then both sides should be the same. So I cut it in a half. And then try to draw one side and then copy the same on the other side. For example, I start from here, bring a little bit inside with the flat line. It's okay, we can make it curve a little bit later, but it's more easy to use flat line like that. And add one line to the center. Then start to continue, same size, and connect the other side. Then we need another line and make the base a little bit fat here. We would like to have it curvy. From this part, connect it like that. And then the bottom part, it's more small. So I choose this line for the bottom part. Both are the same, equal, should be, when you compare it with the line on center. And then easily you can connect them with the straight line together. I know it should be curvy, but with the straight line, we make all the size very well to have an idea about the size and everything. Then we can fix it. After that, if we see it's a start from here, from the top, move there, a little bit come inside, hold the shape if you see, and then the rest here. With the leaf, which is placed here, and then another leaf is here. I can have whole shape of my flowers. And then even I can see some background color inside of the center. And then there are lots of greeny part it's covered because of the leaf. So this is the whole shape. I try to connect them together to have an idea. flowers, and the base one, not this. If you see, these are brush stroke, which is showing all these petals separate. If you see it from the stance, I'm not going through that. I'm just adding the separation between this light color and the dark light of the flowers and the darkness of the leaves. So easily choose the light purple and try to cover in between the darkness that you separate with as a leaf. And brush stroke should be better like that. Small stroke like this, and then that. Toward left and right. Cover the surface between this bluey that you add as a leaf. So we cover it just one tone and not focus on shadow and light or each kind of petal for now. So take a little yellow ochre, mix with the white to reach lighter tone. That's lighter than this yellow, which is good for some part that we need to add light value. And again, a little yellow ochre, mix with tiny bit brown to reach darker value. So I'm going to use this tree color for my background. With bigger size of brush, same brush stroke. I'm not clean it and blend it toward left and right. I just go with the heavy brush stroke. Take heavy paint, same as flower. Your stroke, it's nice to have like this movement, like left and right in an angle. Bring it like that to cover the background. In between, choose the lighter tone and focus on one part because acrylic draws so fast. We can finish one part and then move on the other part. And the reason is because we need to let these two colors mix together, blend together. they don't have a huge difference between this light part and the shadow part, but should be sure that this is a little lighter and this is a little darker. And I'm not fan of a separation lines, so I try to premix these two together more and very gently see this transition. A little more yellow ochre I need to have, so even inside the vase, we can add more brownie because the right side is darker. So I'm going to add some dark tone here. But heavy paint takes more time to get dry. So even if you need to let it dry faster, you can you can draw it by hair dryer. Yellow ochre, we already have it. Take white color, mix these two together, and then add a little bit green. I would like to add more yellow because the green is more warm. And depend which green you use, because some green it's more light and it's more bright and clear like that. Let me bring it like this kind of green. This is so light. Some green it's not like this. I'm not sure you have light color or dark. If you have just one green, you can mix with yellow and white to move on light tone. If you don't have it, if you have already the light green, you can use that one too. I always fan of mixing some color together and mix the new one. Because of that, I use different colors to mix each other and reach the new value and new color. I'm happy with this green. Now for the shadow part, I can use pure green, and then the really dark part, I can go with green mixed with a little bit ultramarine blue to reach darker tone. This is the one I mean. Then with a bigger size of brush, with brush stroke, I'm going to take the green heavy paint. Try to use the same brush stroke. And the difference between the light and dark green, mid-tone green is a lot. So I bring at the same time the mid-tone green and try to mix with this one. I don't want to see the line in between. So earlier than the center, I can bring this and let them mix together. Even on the edges is a little darker as well. So back to the pure green. Draw some like a line and then let it blend together. First of all, this yellow ochre tone here I'm going to add from here to there. Just randomly to see this part, it's in the light of the background. A little bit come inside from the top part. And then clean by now. So with the with the pure color of green, I can start adding the leaves. Like all these bluey tone that we add at the beginning, we need to make it green. And always lovely to work as a layers. And then this light color, very heavy, I take and try to add on top. I'll leave it like that to be really heavy. Even around it's more darker tone. We can add some smaller leaf around with light tone, mid tone, which is pure green, and dark tone. Then between this yellow ochre, I need to add the stem, like a line, like this. Randomly you can add, but it should be shows that they're all come inside the vase. And then we add the flowers on top later. So inside this part of the green, we need to add the green. Again, the green is not in one value. It's okay to add another tone, but not much light. Just a bit light. It's okay to bring it on the left side, but the right side again on shadow. Always have a napkin in your hand to clean your brush. And this part of the yellow ochre, I add 2 branches as well. Here is randomly add 2 branches. Sorry, stem. Why I said branch? It's a stem for flower. And then here. And with this dark color that I pre-mixed with the blue and green, just a bit brown I'm going to add to make it warm. And with the tip of flat brush, add some edge of the vase. If you see this is blue, I just want to make it darker with the green and make it clear more. Because when we add the background color, it's a little bit fade into the background color. So I want to separate that part. Okay. And now we need a line to show that this is the water. It should be dark and light. So for the dark color, I'm going just with the curved line, separate this part. And then I'm going to add pure white color. For now, it's fine to go like this. And randomly add some touch of green. We can go with the light green to add some touch even here. Heavy paint, add some touch. Or on top, a little yellow ochre. So please bring some green here around. And then it needs to be draw completely, then we add another tone. We have some touch of bluey and purpley into the vase, and then white color. We work as a layer. So please finish the darkness of vase and the leaves. For now, we have reddish purple with the blue and the bluey purple. All this kind of purple that we need is here on a palette. So I recommend if you have different purpley tone, add on your palette. That's gorgeous to have different purple color. If you have just one, add the purple, add a permanent rose or alizarin crimson, which is a rosy color, and then the blue. Blue can be ultramarine or can be cobalt. And then with the white, you can make different tone and value. And now I'm going to add a pure blue color for the left side. I'm going with the darker tone first, pure ultramarine blue. And then I have a square shape of brush, so it's more easy to make like small brush stroke like that, and then shape the petals, even curvy shape or small. Now I need to be a little bit accurate. And even this mixture of purple, it's fine to bring it here too. Besides randomly add the brush stroke, I try to make it look like a ball or like this kind of shape. Let me add this one here. Even try to shape it like that. This is look like the flower petals, something like this. And then I'm going to add the darkness on the center. Not all of them like that, but we need to reach some of them like this one. Even you can add randomly some petals everywhere. Or even smaller like that. This is smaller. I try to add some close together with different purple. But still I need heavy paint and try to leave this heavy paint on my surface to be visible. Even here you can see how much heavy I add this one. And now I can make it separate by this smaller brush that I have. Add some darkness on center. Like this is the one I want. Even here. With dark purple or the blue, dark blue. We work as a layers, even for the flowers. You can make some darker tone at the beginning, at the base, and then on top bring some light tone and make it heavy as you want. And you can bring some stroke or petals on top of the leaves. It doesn't need to be beside the leaves. You can come on top and cover it. And the reason I start with the leaves is that because the flowers is on top. After that, it's not okay to bring the leaves and cover the top of flowers, but now it's okay to bring on top of each leaves from the petals. I focus on the left side, on the right side, which is dark. Work with the pure ultramarine blue and this darker purple. Try to add as much as I want as a petals with a small brush stroke, and then on top of this, I'm going to bring the lighter tone. So please make sure that the right side should be more dark and then the left side is more lighter. So please not spread all this light color everywhere. It's better to have more light here on this part. The light that we need to add for the vase is just a pure white color with a flat brush. Let me finish this part if anyone want to disconnect. And just mention about some part touch as the place that water is separate, like that, like this part. And again, we need the pure white color to do like this as a shine, even straight line like that. Show this is the shine on top of the vase. Or you can play with some movement like this, bring it. And that's helpful to make the shine on top, even on the top part as well. One line is fine to bring. On the bottom of vase as well. It's not a line that you draw everywhere from left to the right. Just a tiny bit. Show that this is the shine on top of the glass. And I think draw stroke, make it draw like that, bring it one movement here, and a little bit color, touch the napkin, make your brush draw. And when the surface is draw, one stroke, make this movement and bring it interesting like this. And then leave it to get completely dry. I think it's enough. We don't need to add more. It's already showed this is the glass. I have some touch of the flower here with this purple, but again, it should be draw. So add the paint, make it draw by napkin. One movement here, it's interesting to have a purple tone. And one or two on the background here. One here, one here. It's interesting to have some nice purple everywhere. Even the darker tone as well. And then we can call everything is finished and we do all the things that we already wanted. So just I want to make more flowers on top, but I add the shine, even the blue tone here, purple here. We have a balance everywhere with the warm and cool color.